What is up, guys? Giants Nami01 here with another FIFA 17 formation guys / review. This one's gonna be focusing on the best counterattack formation in FIFA 17, the 4-3-3 fourth variation. We're gonna be talking about the best and ideal players for this squad, the best instructions, as well as how to exactly use this formation to really get the most out of it. Guys, if you haven't checked out some of my other formation guys, some of my tutorials or top 5 videos, make sure to do that after this video and make sure to subscribe to them as any future ones. So we're going to start off with the ideal players and the instructions. With the right back and the left back, you want to make sure to tell them to stay back while attacking. Just like in any other 4-back formation, I really like to tell my right backs and my left back to stay back while attacking. While it won't completely make them stay back, it will make them linger a little bit and help out a little bit against that counter attack. Make sure that they have good pace and good defending, at least 85 pace I would say, and at least 80 defending. The higher, obviously, the better. Then we move over to center backs. Center backs, very, very important, guys. You want to keep it at default, which is stay back while attacking, but you want to make sure they have at least 80 defending. If you can get that up, that'll be really, really key. And then pace, I like to tell them to be at least 70 pace, just to counter against those really pacey attackers. You don't want to be caught off guard by that. Then we move up to the center mids, and this is where in this formation the instructions can really vary depending on your playstyle and what you feel comfortable with. In this situation, I'm telling both of them to stay back while attacking, and personally, I would go with Busquets to tell him to stay back while attacking because he's more of a CDM. He's a good defender. He's not going to wow you with his dribbling skills or his offensive attacking skills. So I want him to stay back. I want his main purpose to be like if he was a center defensive mid. For Rakitic, I would personally tell him to stay on his default instructions, not really to tell him to stay back while attacking. But that is where it goes into, depending on your playstyle and how comfortable you feel with defending. If you feel like you need a little bit more help with defending, tell him to stay back while attacking. If you feel like you don't need him to help out, or if he's a player that is not really good at defense, then tell him to stay on his basic instructions. You don't need to tell him to stay back while attacking. It really depends on you. Then we move over to Iniesta, and I like to tell him to stay forward, but once again, that could vary depending on your playstyle. If you don't need him to help out on defense, you don't want him to be wasting his stamina to be moving all the way back. He's probably not a very good defender since he is a center attacking mid. You can just tell him to stay forward. That way he's ready for that counterattack. Since this is such a friendly counterattack formation, you really want him to be going up the pitch. Again, for all these midfielders, you want good passers. If you have more of a defensive style like Busquets here, you want him to be at least 70 defending. Depends, you need more defense. Get those players with 70 defending. But for that center attacking mid, the most important thing is dribbling and passing. Then we move over to the right and the left wingers, and I tell them to stay wide, get in behind, and stay forward. I don't need them to come back, waste their stamina. They're still going to come back, just like to stay back while attacking. Doesn't mean that they're going to be forward the whole time, but it'll just make them lag behind a little bit and stay forward a little bit more than they would normally. Again, you want to have really good players here. This is a great formation for those wingers, for those really good wingers. So having people like Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo, those are really good formation for those. You want them to be quick, making runs. That's why I tell them to get in behind. You want them to be constantly making runs and getting in towards those scoring lanes. Then finally, we got the sole striker, which I tell them to stay central and be the target man. Again, just a good, solid striker. Really, it depends on your style. You like them a little bit quicker. You like them a little bit more dribbling and passing oriented. It really depends. But usually, you want a really good striker here. He could really make a difference in this formation. So what are the pros and the cons of this formation? Like I said, best counterattack. It really allows you for those quick build-up play to really get in through, and before the defenders even know what's going on, you're able to get through and score a ton of goals. Con may be that it doesn't have center defensive mids, so you might be lacking. If you're not that great at defending, you don't feel very comfortable with defending, this might not be the formation for you. But because of the position, the spacing, all these different pros, this formation really does allow you to score a ton of goals, and is a great attacking formation. So if you are comfortable with your defense, then I definitely recommend using this formation. How do you play with this formation? Very, very simple. You want to be constantly trying to get up the pitch quickly against those counterattack. You see those moments that you got that counterattack, pass the ball up the pitch, wait for those wingers to make those runs and look for them making those runs. Use those center mids that have good passing skills to get the ball up there towards your attackers and really make the most out of it. Alright, so now I'm going to be showing you some examples in game of me using this formation. You're going to see here he does a goal kick and quickly I'm on that counterattack. Find my Iniesta, and he's looking towards the center, finding my players, waiting for them to be making runs. Since I had those instructions, tell them to get in behind. A lot of those players are going to be making runs. My custom tactic is really high on speed. That allows them to constantly be looking to really go quickly on the attack. It's just a great formation to really use those driven passes, use those through balls, and look for those moments to score a ton of goals. And I'm able to score the first goal here because he does foul me, and of course I take my usual penalty tactic and score the first goal of this game and make it 1-0. Really solid for those counterattacks. Here you're going to see another example. Once again, he does a goal kick. I go quickly off the goal kick. Quickly movement, quick passes, just quick passes, moving the ball up the pitch, sprinkling some skill moves, get a little bit lucky to get the ball back, and then just waiting for those players to make those runs. Beautiful run there, and I'm able to find him. If you see those center backs attacking you, pressuring you, trying to rush out towards you, look for those runs to be developed in those gaps behind them and score a ton of goals. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys liked this formation guide / review. If you did, please leave a like, comment, share with all your friends. Click on one of these boxes. Check out some of my other series, including my tutorials, my top 5 videos, like my top 5 skill moves, my ultimate team videos, and the rest of my formation guides. And of course, click in the middle to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future ones. Thank you guys so much.